Hey everybody, BK with Masada Tactical here with another video. Today I want to discuss weapon mounted lights. The reason I want to discuss that is because it's been coming up a lot in classes, the whole idea about carrying a source of illumination, which I think is absolutely important considering the FBI crime database tells us the most lethal engagements happen in what's considered a low light environment. So not necessarily complete darkness, but there isn't as much light as we have right now in this room, for example. Being that said, then I have two options. I can carry a handheld light or I can carry a weapon mounted light, and both are valid options. Arguably I'm more likely to need a light over a gun, so having a handheld light is a good idea. But with that said, I personally don't like carrying too much stuff. There's only so much real estate on me that I can keep putting tourniquets and knives in my gun and extra mag and so forth. So having a flashlight actually mounted to my pistol saves me some room, and I know there's always a source of illumination with me. The other reason I like a weapon mounted light is because it can be operated one-handed, which means I have one hand free to do anything else, from opening a door to catching someone to striking if I need to, or whatever, right? If I'm holding a flashlight, yeah, I can still strike, but other than that, my hand is occupied and cannot do anything else. So weapon mounted light solves a lot of my issues. There are a lot of good brands out there, Crimson Trace and Force and so forth. The two I want to concentrate on today are the Streamlight, the TLR specifically, and Surefire. Okay, these are probably two of the more common brands out there. They are very similar. Let me try and actually undo this one so you guys can see. And if the holster that you carry your gun in has an open bottom, which means it is not limited by length, both of these will fit. They are very similar in shape, only one of them is longer than the other. The Surefire is a little longer than the TLR, the Streamlight one. Right? Otherwise, they work the same in the sense that they both have a toggle. Okay, they have a switch I can turn left and right. On the Streamlight, if I turn it one way, it would be constant. Turn it the other way would be temporary, which means when I let go, the light turns off. Right? Surefire did not want to do the toggle for temporary on, so regardless of which direction you turn it, it will be constant on. But if you want temporary on, you're gonna press it. So there's buttons on the end, and you can press on either side depending on your lefty, righty. You want to use your thumb or you want to use your index finger, right? You have that option on either side. So some people prefer one, some people prefer the other. That really comes down to a personal preference thing. TLR, sorry, Streamlight, the TLR line, for the most part dominates the market in terms of pistol mounted lights, where Surefire kind of captured the market on the rifle side. They have a lot more flashlight that have the pressure mounted switches that you can run through your rifles and so forth. So you see a lot more Surefires on rifle, a lot more Streamlights on pistols. These are what we would consider the full size weapon mounted lights or pistol mounted lights. There are certainly smaller ones. This is the TLR6. This is the universal attachment one, meaning it does not mount to a rail. It will actually attach around a trigger guard. So if I have one of the compact or subcompact pistols that do not have a Picatinny rail, I can still have a light mounted on, so that way I have a source of illumination at all times. The other thing about this one, I don't know if you guys can see, but this also has a laser. So some people like that, some people do not. When you're talking about weapon mounted lights, you're talking about an investment of about 250 to 350, give or take, depending on the brand and model. In my mind, certainly worth it. If I get into a lethal confrontation, one of the things that I certainly want to make sure I do is identify my target and my environment, my surrounding appropriately, so I can make the best decision and not accidentally shoot at a target that I am not tending to engage. I want to know where's my next point of cover and concealment, and overall to see if there's any other threats, and I cannot do it if I cannot see. So when you purchase a firearm, some of the things that we highly recommend you purchase as well is a good light, obviously some first aid kit. If you're going to engage in a shooting, the chances are that somebody's getting shot, you or somebody else, and having the means to fix that is imperative. An extra magazine, and obviously appropriate carriers for all of these, from holsters to magazine carriers to tourniquet carriers and so forth. But we can discuss those items in a future video. As always, if you have any questions or if you want to send any comments, feel free to do so. Please follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and so forth, or give us a call. Until the next time, stay safe and watch your six.